Yes, I got a second job, finally. I've been waiting for so long to get this second job. So, and by so long, I mean 2 weeks. So I interviewed at a Chipotle last week. I ended up not getting it. I actually got the email today saying, "Oh, we've decided to go other applicants." I'm like, "Okay, I already found a job, so screw you guys." So I ended up interviewing at this Burger King. About Tuesday, Tuesday I interviewed. I had scheduled it scheduled it Monday for Tuesday, 4:30. So I interviewed with the manager. She's a really nice lady. I'll be honest with you. I used to work at McDonald's, which is one thing I mentioned. I worked at McDonald's. I work at Buffalo Wild Wings currently. Um, and to be honest with you, I always think that the thing is like there's only a few people at that specific McDonald's that I actually liked as people. I like a lot more people at this Burger King as people than I liked at the McDonald's I worked at because a lot of people sucked and were ignorant and whatever. But the people at Burger King seem to be pretty good. Seem to be better. And plus, I'm not full time like I was at freaking McDonald's. Uh, I'm actually part time. So at Burger King, I am going to be part time overnights because it's 24/7 restaurant. So it's pretty interesting. They're a little bit different, because I've never worked overnights. But I'm going to be working overnights, and hopefully I have good shifts, good schedules that I don't have to be there from. I don't know. Let's say till 6 a.m. in the morning. Maybe I will be there until 6 a.m. in the morning. I don't know. Maybe I'll be on a day off when I have nothing else to do and I could just sleep. You know, but I'm pretty happy about it. I interviewed. One of the first questions I have is what type of what do you think what are you thinking for me as far as like I asked what do you think of like what shifts are you thinking of putting me on, and she's like, I want you for nights. I'm like, okay, nights works, and I was like, evenings, overnight. She was like, overnight. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's fine. Because I'm up until a lot of times I'm up till 4 in the morning anyway, and then I just actually today I got up a little late though. I ended up waking up for work at like 11, and I was supposed to be there at like 11. So I was like, oh shit, I'm late. But no, it's it's interesting, the thing is, I filled out the paperwork today. I know I filled out the tax forms on Thursday, so I knew I got hired because they were sending me tax forms. I got my actual like paperwork filled out today for my first shift. I didn't have to do any video like training or nothing. They just threw me in there, like cooking and stuff, because I worked at McDonald's. I work at Buffalo Wild Wings, so I'm pretty adept with some of the stuff. Some of the stuff they will probably be teaching me pretty soon. Making the sandwiches, for example, the Whopper, the burger, the cheeseburger, double cheeseburger, whatever. Um, Maybe making the original chicken sandwich pretty soon. You know, hey, I'm game for that. I'm game for that. That's stuff that they really didn't like doing at McDonald's, teaching me how to do that stuff. I mean, but I asked specific they because the manager was like, "Are you gonna just want to cook, or are you just gonna?" I'm just like, "No, I want to learn everything." That's what I told her. I told her I want to fucking learn everything. Teach me everything you can. And she's like, "Okay, all right, that sounds great." Because I'm one of those type of guys. I'm a master of everything. At Buffalo Wild Wings, I do everything. I'll switch positions constantly. I'll switch over here, over here, over here. I'll run the entire line by myself sometimes. It's crazy. But I started at, so starting pay 17. Actually, I thought it was gonna be like 16, 16 or 16.50, but it's 17. So I was like, oh, yeah, that's better than I thought it was gonna be. You know, I I'm pretty excited about it. Pretty excited about working. And it is overnight, so I'm gonna have to take a lot more Ubers and a lot more bus rides, especially to go to the area. I actually saved some money, like 80 something dollars for my Uber account, and of course I had to do the bus app. Um, we have a bus app here in this area that for rides and stuff. It's it's not bad, but I started today. My next shift is on Monday, I think, but I don't know what time Monday. So I know they're probably gonna put me directly on the overnight. So that'll be interesting. Anyway, see you later.